Hey, welcome to Kitchen All Over the World, the show where I cook things that I've never tasted before. Considering everything that's going on in Syria right now, I figured I'd take the opportunity to cook some Syrian food. Kebab bil Karaz is a dish from Aleppo, which translates as kebab with cherries. Now, I'm not a big fan of cherries. They're a little too sweet for my palate. But I'm hoping that the meat aspect will balance out the cherry sweetness. So let's dive right in. Join me. You'll need about a half a kilo of ground lamb or beef, whichever you prefer. Half a kilo of sour cherries. The cherries are out of season, so I couldn't find the sour ones, so I'm using black cherries. This is a spice blend called barat. It's basically paprika, pepper, coriander, cardamom, cinnamon, cloves. It varies from household to household, so put whatever you want in here in whatever ratio you want. To balance out the sweetness of the cherries, lemon juice. If you got the sour cherries, balance out the tartness with pomegranate molasses. Some parsley and pine nuts for a garnish, and some pita bread to scoop it all up with. Let's juice our lemons. I've already pitted my cherries. Add the lemon juice little by little and taste it along the way to make sure that everything is balanced. That's actually, I only use like a little drop, maybe a tablespoon or two, and that's perfect. So let's throw our cherries into a little pot. I think we need a little bit more water in there. Our cherries are boiling, so let's reduce the heat down to a simmer. Lower now, a little bit lower now, there we go. And let those go for 15 minutes until they start to thicken up. So I've got my lamb meat here, and I've got my barat here. So I'm gonna add a half of a tablespoon, that's 1.5 teaspoons, which doesn't seem like a lot for this amount of meat, but we'll see. Now that I mixed it up, it doesn't seem like that much. So maybe I'm just gonna a little bit more. And let's throw a little bit of salt and pepper into the mix. So let's work this in, and then we're gonna make this into 1 inch or 2 to 3 centimeter meatballs. So weird that this is the first time I'm making meatballs in my life. I've got my cast iron skillet at a medium-high flame. I'm gonna throw in some clarified butter. And let's add these guys in. Should hear a nice sizzle. We just want to brown these. We don't want to cook them all the way through. So we're going to finish them off in the cherry sauce. So the meatballs are ready, and so is the sauce. So we're going to put these guys into there. And we're going to let those cook fully for another 15 minutes. While that's going in the background, let's toast our pine nuts. So I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'd say that's plenty. You know, this is really just a garnish. That might even be too much. Let's take some out. While those guys are going, let's throw in our pita bread. I'm gonna put it on my handy dandy pizza stone, which is actually a piece of travertine tile. Pro tip, opt for the travertine. It costs about $8 versus the equivalent $40 for an actual pizza stone, but they're made out of the same material. triangles are a little too small. So the cherry isn't overpowering at all. It's pretty well balanced with the meat, especially lamb has that real earthiness to it. The spices from the lamb get into the cherry, so you get that clove and cardamom and those earthy spices going on. Honestly, it works out pretty well. Just a really good plate of meatballs and cherry. It's everybody I told this about was like, what, cherries and meat? I don't understand. So I just added some more cherries I didn't put all of them in out of fear. I got some more of the sauce on there just to see if that affects things in a negative way or what. Things keep popping out at me. So the cherry and the parsley kind of counteract each other. You get tartness and fragrant brightness, and then the earthiness that's present throughout. And then you munch on one of these pine nuts, and all of a sudden there's this rich sweetness coming through. Use all the cherries, because it really lends something to it it's hard to put words to. So there you go, that's Kebab bil Karaz. If you enjoyed watching me cook this, be sure to hit the like button. If you have other dishes from your home country that you want to see me attempt to cook, leave a comment below. And if you want to see me cook more dishes from around the world, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.